Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Since long I could not able to share any videos. Sorry about that. So today this video I wanted to show how to communicate between two VNets. In Azure, if we have two VNets and if we have different resources under these different VNets, then how to communicate between two VNets. So I will be creating two VNets, VNet 1 and VNet 2 under this address space. So one address space for this VNet will be 10.0.1.0/24 and the other VNet address space will be 10.0.2.0/24. Okay, and I'll be creating two virtual machines, and one virtual machine under VNet 1 and another virtual machine will be under VNet 2. Okay, and I will create a VNet pairing between these two VNets so that I can able to reach out to this virtual machine from this virtual machine. Okay, let's get into it. Let me go to my Azure portal. So I have opened my Azure portal. Here I will go to the virtual networks and I will create one virtual network. Okay, so you can see my subscription is pay as you go, and I will be creating one resource group called suppose VNet pairing, and the name of the VNet will be VNet 1, and I will go to next. In the security section there are like multiple options we have, but I will not be using any security settings, and I'll go to next. So here is the IP address. So what I will be using, so I'll be using 10.0.1.0/24. okay, and there will be one subnets. This subnet number of IP addresses will be 256 addresses. Okay, let's go to next and review and create. So it is running validation. So validation passed. Now I can create my VNet. My VNet creation is in progress, and yeah, so VNet is created. Let's go to the resource. You can see my VNet is created, and if I go to the subnet, you can see the default subnet is also created, and the address space is 10.0.1.0/24, and we have 251 available IPs. Let's go to the pairing. Here is one option, you can see pairing. So if I go to the pairing, you can see there is no pairing enabled or created inside this VNet 1. Okay, let me go to again the VNet virtual network, and here I will create another virtual network called VNet 2. Let's take the same resource group, and virtual network name is VNet 2, and I am selecting the region Central India. That will be fine for me. Next I will go to the security. So there is no security settings I am doing now, and then go to next. So here is the IP address. So I'll be taking 10.0.2.0/24. Yes, and the default subnet will be this one. Okay, there will be 256 addresses. Next is tag. I'm not using any tag, and then review and create. Okay, and then create. So my VNet creation is in progress now. So yeah, so VNet is created. Let's go to the resource, and you can see I have the subnet called 10.0.2.0/24 and 251 IPs. And if I go to the pairing in VNet 2, you can see there is no VNet pairing created yet. Okay, let's go to the virtual networks, and you can see there is two virtual network I have created. Okay, let me open another one window, and I will be creating the virtual machines inside this virtual network. Let's go to home, then go to the virtual machines, then let's create a virtual machine. So I'll go to create and then virtual machines. So now I can take the resource group. So I'll be selecting the same resource group. Next, the virtual machine name. So I will give vnet 1 VM, suppose. Okay, and a region will be Central India, like availability zone. So let me select self-selected zone, and availability zone is zone 1. So I don't need zone 2 and zone 3. Let me go to the security type. So I will go to the basic level. Doesn't require because this is a demo. So I am selecting the standard one. And the virtual machine architecture, you can select ARM64 or 64-bit. Let's go to size. So this is the standard BMS. This is the bare minimum one. That will be fine. So enable hibernation, not required. Let's go to the password. My username, then password. Okay, you can create your own password. Then inbound port rules, I'll be opening this port 22 so that I can connect to this virtual machine from my local desktop. Okay, next is disk. So disk 30 GB is fine. And next is networking. If I go to the networking, you can see the VNet is already selected and VNet 2 is also there. I will select VNet 1 and the subnet. So we have the subnet default one, so it is selected here. Next is the public IP. So I am creating one public IP so that I can communicate with the virtual machine directly from my desktop. Okay, and next is load balancing. So I don't need any load balancing now. Let me go to management. I am not doing any kind of settings in management also, and monitoring also not required for now. Next, advanced is fine. Let me go to review and create, and then create the virtual machine. So it is running the validation. Okay, validation is passed. Now I can create the virtual machine. And my virtual machine is now okay. So virtual machine got created. Let me go to resource, and you can see the virtual machine creation is still in progress. Let me go to home and create another virtual machine in the VNet 2. Okay, so virtual machine 1 is still creating. Okay, let's create the other virtual machine. So this will be under the VNet 2. Okay, I'll select the same resource group and I'll give a name called net 2 PM, suppose. Okay, and the region will be Central India. Then availability zones. Okay, that's fine. Self-selected zone, I'll select zone 1, and I'll select the security type will be standard. Ubuntu server image will be fine. And then next is size. So B1 as standard will be fine for me. And next is the password. So I'll give a password and the username. So you can give your own password. Okay, now so here you can see select which virtual machine network ports are accessible from the public internet. You can specify more limited or granular network access on the networking tab. So public inbound ports. So I don't want to communicate with this virtual machine from the outside. So this will be inside the virtual network, and from the internet we cannot access this virtual machine. Okay, so what I will do, I will select none and then go to disk. So 30 GB is fine. Next I will go to networking, and the network section I will select the VNet 2 because this will be under the virtual network 2, and you can see subnet, default subnet is already selected because it was there inside this VNet. And next is the public IP, so I will select none. Okay, so there will be no public IP for this VM. Next I will go to management and monitoring. Then I will not do any configurations in monitoring side. Then advanced, it's not required for now, and then go to review and create. So once the validation will be passed, I will create the virtual machine. So it is running the final validation, then validation is passed. Now I can create the virtual machine. Virtual machine creation is in progress. Let me go to my virtual machine 1 and I'll try to connect to this virtual machine using my mobile extreme. So I will go to connect and get the public IP and open the mobile extreme. So I have installed mobile extreme here in my local machine. And I will create a session. So I will give the IP address here, then click OK, accept. So it will ask for username and password. Okay, so I'll have to give my username and password. You can see I can able to connect to that virtual machine VNet 1 VM. Okay, let's go to the second virtual machine. So deployment is still in progress. Let's wait for a few seconds. Okay, so virtual machine got created. Let's go to the resource, and if I check the overview, you can see there is no public IP address. Okay, but there is a private IP address. You can see. Okay, there is no public IP address, only private IP address. If I go to virtual machine 1 and if I check the overview, you can see there is a public IP attached to this virtual machine, and there is another private IP address. So what I will do, I will take this private IP address and try to ping from my virtual machine 1 so that I can see if I can able to connect to my virtual machine 2 or not. So I will use ping. So let me ping 10.2.0 10.0.2.4. So you can see, so it is trying to reach out to 10.0.2.4, but it is not able to reach there because we don't have any connection between these two virtual networks. So if I go to the networking and if I go to VNet 1, so what it is trying to do, it is trying to connect from here to this virtual machine where the IP address is 10.0.2.4, right? But it is not able to connect to this virtual machine. So what I will do, I will try to create a peering between these two VNets, VNet 1 and VNet 2, and I will see the virtual machine 1 can connect to the virtual machine 2 or not. Okay, let me go to the portal and I will create a peering between this virtual network 1 and virtual network 2. So if I go to the mobile storm, if you can see the ping is not successful and it is still trying to reach out to the 10.0.2.4 virtual machine. Okay, let me go to here, and if I go to the peering, you can see there is no peering now. Let me add one, and I will give a peering name called my peering VNet, suppose. Okay, and it will be like resource manager. Next is subscription pay as you go, and the virtual network is VNet 2. So I want to create a peering between VNet 1 and VNet 2. So I have selected VNet 1, so I will be selecting VNet 2, and then VNet 2 to receive forward traffic, this yes, and then peering link name. So I will be creating one peering link name called VNet peering 1, suppose. Okay, and I will select this one also, and then go to add. So once we add this one, I will go to my mobile term and see if I am able to connect to that or not. So you can see the VNet peering 1 is now fully synchronized and it is connected to VNet 2. So if I want to check this in VNet 2, I can go to the VNet 2, and the peering is created inside VNet 2 as well. You can see in VNet 2 also the fully synchronized and connected, and VNet it is connected to VNet 1, so it is automatically created. So I have created the VNet peering, means this connection is now created. Let's go to the mobile term, and you can see it is able to communicate with the virtual machine 2, which doesn't have a public IP address. So it is communicating via the VNet peering. Now the communication is established between these two VNets, and I could able to communicate from my virtual machine 1 to virtual machine 2. Let's delete this VNet peering and see if I still get the response from the virtual machine 2 or not. Okay, let me delete this peering. So I will delete this peering. Let's type delete and then delete. Okay, once you delete this, so it will be deleted from both. Okay, now the VNet peering is deleted. Let's check here. You can see it stopped getting the response from the virtual machine 2, not going forward. Okay, if I do it again, you will get able to see like I am not getting any response from the virtual machine 2. So that is what is called VNet peering, and this is one of the most important configurations that we should know while creating the infra inside a cloud. Okay, so this is for Azure, but we can do it for in GCP or in AWS as well. So that's it in this video. So thank you everyone for watching this video. If you like the video, do like, subscribe and share the video. I'll see you in the next video. Okay, thank you.